superhero fans? Jacob Bartley here for Comic Hero Talk, and this is my review and thoughts on Supergirl Season 2. I'm going to talk some spoilers on this. If you didn't see in the title, it's called Supergirl Season 2 Spoiler Talk, so you've been warned. If you haven't watched this season, maybe come back and watch this after you're done, or if you don't care about spoilers, go ahead and keep watching. I could use the views. So, Supergirl. I didn't love Season 1. I liked it, but I liked it enough to keep wanting to watch it. There were several moments or episodes in Season 1 where I was like, I don't know if I can keep watching this show anymore. But Melissa Benoist is amazing as Supergirl. I had to keep watching it, and I love the relationship. At least in Season 1, I love the relationship between her and her sister and Martian the Manhunter. I thought that was great. And I love Cat Grant. I was so mad that Cat Grant was barely in this season, but I will be talking to her about her a little bit. So those were some of the reasons why I stuck around for Season 2, coming off of Season 1. Yeah, I loved Season 2. I could legitimately say I loved it. I don't even think I've said that. It just came out right now. But I loved Season 2. I am debating with myself, out of the 4 CW shows of this year, this season, whether it's Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, The Flash Season 3, or Arrow Season 5, I think Supergirl Season 2 might be the best out of all of those, which is a huge surprise because, man, last year was the worst. So I'm digging Supergirl Season 2. Well, the big thing is bringing Superman into this. Now, everyone's so excited about Tyler Hoechlin, I believe is his name, being announced as Superman. He was in the first couple episodes, and I thought he did a pretty good job as Superman. Like, I'm not over here saying, I want Tyler Hoechlin to replace Henry Cavill. I happen to love Henry Cavill as Superman, and Henry Cavill is my Superman now. Like, everybody has their whoever their version of the superheroes are. Like, I grew up watching Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, so Tobey Maguire is my Spider-Man. Tom Holland might replace him as that, but we'll see. But Henry Cavill is my Superman. He's my favorite Superman, and I mean, I love Christopher Reeve, don't get me wrong, but like, as far as my preference goes, it's Henry Cavill. So, but I did really like Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. I thought he did a pretty solid job, and he played a very different Superman than Henry Cavill, a very optimistic, light-hearted Superman, and I thought that was really perfect with Cara Danvers on this show, and to contrast what's going on in the DCEU. So I did like that. I think it's a far improvement over Season 1 and arguably the best season of CW superhero television this year. Some of the highlights of the season for me were Supergirl fighting Superman in the second to last episode, or was it the season finale? It was one of those episodes, but that was awesome. And the introduction of Silver Kryptonite, I mean, that's the first time I've heard of it. It's probably in the comics and in other lore, but I thought that was cool because how are you going to explain why they're fighting? Of course, it's a mind control thing. And what are Kryptonians susceptible to? Kryptonite. So you had to use a different type of kryptonite to control Superman to get them to fight, and I'm totally okay with that. I thought it was cool that they actually went through with an alien invasion, even though like it wasn't high production or a lot of action or great special effects. It was just cool that they went big like that, like the Daxamites attacking her town, her city. I thought that was really cool, and I was like, leading up to it, I was like, are they actually going to have an alien invasion? And they actually did that, so I thought that was really, really cool. And then having the White Martians come and join the fight, having Magan bring all those White Martians to help them fight, I thought that was awesome. And I really did like Magan. I like how the Green Martian and the White Martian have to get along. J'onn J'onzz, I liked all that. J'onn J'onzz is my second favorite character on Supergirl. I mean, it goes Supergirl, and I really like Mon-El. I'll get to him in a second, but I really like J'onn J'onzz on this show quite a bit. Mon-El was a big highlight for me. I thought he was great. When he was first introduced, I was a little bit iffy on him, but he slowly grew on me. Like, I ended up really liking Mon-El. I thought he brought such a flavor to the show that really him and Kara have such great chemistry, and they're actually dating in real life, but who cares? I thought they were great, and I loved the return of Cat Grant in the season finale. I thought that was so awesome. She was the best in season 1. I freaking love Cat Grant. I think she brings so much power to the screen. And yeah, some of the lines she says are too cheesy, and she might be delivering it too strong. But who cares? It's TV. It's comic book TV. Like, you let a lot of things go with that. Like, with comic book TV, I'm like, cheese it up. And they do. And I'm okay with that. In my movies, I want a more serious tone, but in the TV shows, I want them to cheese it up. And I love having Cat Grant there. I hope she's back for all of season 3. She's one of my favorite parts of this whole entire show. Now, what really took this season to the next level for me is having Rhea be the villain. Now, it was really weird because you had Cadmus, who's what's led by the Luthor mom, and you think they're going to be the big baddies of the whole season, but then it ends up being the Daxamites and Rhea and them invading Earth. Like, that was the big villain. And while I did like Rhea and the Daxamites a lot better than Mama Luthor and Cadmus, I'm kind of getting tired of seasons. Like, this happens in a lot of the Netflix TV shows for Marvel, and it's happened before in other superhero TV seasons where, like, they think this one villain is the big baddie, and then oh, nope, it's not them, it's this person. And I'm kind of getting fatigued by that, but I thought Rhea was a great villain. Like, I loved her motivation to get her son back. Like, what stronger motivation do you need to get your son back? I thought she was a badass. She could fight Supergirl. She was a great villain, in my opinion. The best villain of all the CW TV seasons this year. I thought Adrian Trace was pretty good. I don't know about Savitar. And I forget who. Oh, freaking Eddie Thawne is great too in Legends of Tomorrow. I might take that back. Eddie Thawne is amazing in everything he shows up in. I'm talking about the character, obviously. But I thought Rhea was a very, very strong villain. I'm kind of sad that Mon-El ended up leaving at the end of the season finale. Like I said, I really love his character, but I guess he had to leave to make it dramatic. But I hope it's not like to where he's gone all of season 3. Like, that would be a little too much. Yeah, those are just some of the big highlights of the season for me. As far as negatives, the show is still really cheesy. Like, there's some lines in this show I'm like, oh my goodness, did they just really say that? Like, it's so CW, and like, it's more CW than the original CW shows, because Supergirl originally aired on CBS, and it has that feel to it. Like, it's just, oh my goodness, like, it's so cliche with some of the TV tropes that they follow, and sometimes it gets a little bit annoying. And I never feel this way about, like, Arrow and the Flash and Legends do this, but subtly, and they somewhat original. But Supergirl has this cheese to it, and even with that, I still really enjoyed this season. But overall, like, every episode has like these super cheesy moments, and I'm just like, ugh, can you do something to stop doing that? So another big part of this was Lena Luthor. Is Lena the daughter, or is Lillian the daughter? I think Lena's the daughter and Lillian is the mother. I really liked Lena Luthor. She's a gorgeous woman, the actress. I like the relationship between her and Kara. Now, a lot of people, so they keep playing with us like, oh, is Lena bad? And they had that episode earlier in the season where, like, you think she's teaming up with her mom, but she's really tricking everyone to go against her mom. But there is this one episode, I think it might be the same episode, where at the end of the episode shows Lena, like, has like a chessboard in front of her, and she says something about playing the long game. So I think she knows that Kara is Supergirl, and that she's getting close to her because her plan is to take out Supergirl somehow. Maybe because Superman locked up her brother and there's a connection there, she wants to get Superman back. Obviously, some people might forget about that moment because it makes them seem like they're such best friends in the show, but she's totally evil. I'm telling you right now, Lena Luthor is evil. Another highlight of the season for me was, I know Mr. Mxyzptlk is like crazy character from the comics, but I loved that episode. I thought Mr. Mxyzptlk was a great little villain for that one episode. I really enjoyed him. He kind of reminded me of Music Meister from the Flash, and he showed up at the end of one of the episodes in Supergirl. But I love these like kooky villains. Like, you can do this in a TV episode, where a whole villain like that in a movie would be a little bit too much. Now, here are some of the real problems I had with this season. I do not like that Jimmy Olsen is trying to be a superhero. Like, please, why does everybody have to be a superhero? Why? It makes me want to cry. But no, not really. But it's just like it's like an Arrow. Everyone's a superhero. Laurel's a superhero. Everyone's a superhero. It's like, why does everyone... Oh, Win is his name. So I really like Win. He's great as the tech guy. And if Guardian is going to go out and do this, Win by his side makes sense. But I just... Why? Like, Jimmy also knows how to fight now. They explain it that he had some type of training or something. But get rid of Guardian, please. Figure out a storyline to where, like, Jimmy Olsen has an experience and he's like, oh no, maybe I'm hurting people more than I'm helping them, and then he has to stop being Guardian. I really hope that's the case. Oh, I just got reminded of something hilarious, and this is actually a point I wanted to bring up. So they're in Cat Grant's building, right? And these people are attacking and they're trying to, hurt Cat Grant and Win, I think. And then, Guardian comes in, he starts beating them all up, and he beats them all up, and then she's like, and Guardian's like, you guys are safe. And then she's like, thank you, James. And he's like, I'm Guardian. And she's like, come on, James, I can see your eyes. And I'm like, this is the thing I've been saying, like Arrow, like Oliver wearing something over his eyes. You can still tell. If I knew Oliver in real life, I would know that that's Oliver. I would know that that's James Olsen behind the mask. I would know that Supergirl's Kara Danvers. And I know we have to suspend belief, but it's just so funny to me. And I love that they kind of are self-aware, and they pointed that out with Cat Grant, that, oh, James, I could see your eyes behind the mask. Like, that was really clever. And officially they confirmed that Cat knows that Kara is Supergirl. In season 1, they had a whole story arc where Cat Grant was suspicious about Kara being Supergirl, and they had John Jones come in and be Supergirl while Kara was there because John Jones could shapeshift. But her and Kara have a conversation, like another motivating conversation, which I love those motivating conversations from Cat Grant. And after Kara, and she's not Supergirl, she's Kara. After Kara walks away, she says, go get him, Supergirl. And that was official confirmation that Cat knows that she's Supergirl. And I think that is awesome. I really do. But back to my negatives is they have way too much romance in this show. Like, oh my goodness. All right, and all the shows don't have to be similar, but let's take a look at The Flash, right? You have the romance between Barry and Iris, but it doesn't overshadow, like, the rest of what's going on in the story. I feel like the Mon-El and Kara relationship is, like, too much. It's too over the top. It's too in your face. And then you have the sister and her girlfriend, Alex and Maggie, and then you have Jean and Magan, and then you have Win and his alien girlfriend. Like, so much romance, and it's all in your face, especially the Mon-El and Kara and the Maggie and Alex. All those relationships are all, like, straight up in your face, and I like all of those relationships going on to a certain extent. I'm cool with them. Like, I want the characters to be happy with their significant others, but I don't want it shoved in my face. Like, have it in the background, have it be subtle. I don't need this romance all shoved in my face. Now, at the very end of the season finale, they had an infant shot up from Krypton the same time that Kara and Kal-El were sent to Earth. There was another infant that was, like, touched with blood sent to Earth. I don't know anything about that, but I guess hardcore comic book fans might know. I'm not sure what that means, but it's definitely a hint towards season 3, and I'm guessing that's going to be the big bad villain, or maybe not. Maybe it's going to be an ally. Who knows? Alright, well, that's going to do it for my thoughts on Supergirl Season 2. What did you think of Supergirl Season 2? Do you think it's better than Season 1? How do you think it stacks up next to Flash Season 3, Arrow Season 5, Legends Season 2? Let me know in the comment section, please. I love hearing from people about this stuff because I love talking superheroes. Again, I'm Jacob Bartley for Comic Hero Talk. If you like superheroes, if you like comic books, if you like superhero television, subscribe to Comic Hero Talk. Hit that like button. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, see you later.